Hey, it's Joseph David Barkis. It's Saving a Life Mattered, and I'm here to talk about the fact that all government officials, Senate, legislative, the Department of Justice, if you're aware of gang stalking and our ethics and human rights being violated, and if you're aware that people are dying and people are being attacked from trillions of dollars that you have allowed to be contracted, invested into research for universities, private sectors, corporations, without having the proper regulations, the proper morals. There's some really sick and disgusting individuals that like to sit as they get paid. And you, everybody on my audience that's listening to this, you have no idea you're already targeted, or if your behavior or decision-making process has been influenced or changed. And because of all this funded money to all these private sectors and these certain corporations and these certain technology companies, you are responsible for putting regulations and protecting human rights and ethics. And as I continue to track down PIIs and all the malicious characters that are a part of the tragic, horrific life experience that I've been going through, rest assured, I will be taking full action in algorithming someone's brain and allowing sick, disgusting, malicious characters to use this kind of technology and to be able to take over somebody's emotions, their desires, their decision-making process. Now that's a very, very powerful thing. So as I collect PIIs, as I remember everything that's happened, and as certain individuals and certain agencies think they're going to get away with any of this, you're not. And you're not going to kill innocent people. You're not going to give out money unregulated. You're not going to ignore the fact that innocent human beings are being targeted just as a research project and just to find out what they like to buy, how long they like to use their phone, how long they can piss for, if they wipe their butt good, let alone disturbing their heart, their organs, their brain, causing radiation, smells, very disgusting sounds. It's the kind of technology that it's you guys are all worried about your Second Amendment. I'm gonna be honest with you. We have some very sick, very, very sick individuals running technology that is so highly sophisticated. I think you might want to start worrying about what technology is doing, you guys. And for all of you that I'm PIIing, and for every person and every time I've been attacked and targeted, you will not get away with what you have done to me. I didn't hire no lawyer. I didn't ask for an attorney. People are being targeted for special interest. People are being targeted just because other people are jealous of them. People are being targeted because there's so much money and they're so bored that they have to experiment on them. And this has been going on for entirely way too long, while our cyber analytics should be focused on foreign countries and not how to manipulate somebody's decision on how to vote. That's what's happened in this election. There was so many of you that were completely controlled in your decision on who you were voting for was completely overturned. That's what these malicious characters were doing. And I would imagine while one of our parties had their head stuck up their butts because their ego was so hurt because they weren't in power or control, they were planning out a very sophisticated election while trying to blame it on a foreign country that they were being funded by and that they were running and that they put the original they were the original reason why. And as I talk, and as you guys are wondering why I'm so specific on not saying certain parties or names, you know real clearly who I am talking to. You will not get away with the trillions of dollars you have funded without regulating it. You will not get away with embezzling or getting funds from any foreign country to manipulate or to do any kind of voter suppression, to do any kind of voting manipulation, let alone to break any human rights or any ethical boundaries. And our Constitution is written pretty clearly. So there's a lot of jobs that are going to be being replaced, and that's going to be a part of one of the largest scandals in United States history. And I'm requesting that any government official, and I know which ones know about this kind of program, and I do have your first and last name, I request that you put some type of testimony in front of one of the judges to stop this. And if I were you, I would think about yourself, your loved ones, your sons, your daughters, and I'd wonder how you would feel if one of you were going through this, or if one of your loved ones was experiencing something like this. Because what I've been through has been horrific. What I've been through is disgusting. And you guys have no clue how powerful artificial intelligence combined with direct weapon energy and military technology, the internet of nano things, the internet of nanobio things, the internet of all things. You people who have no morals, no ethics, and you don't know how bad or horrific this is, but you know about this, and you don't stand up and talk about it, that makes you as sick as they. And obviously, there's a big problem in our government that only certain people would know, understand, comprehend, let alone believe. And I just so happen to be one of the ones that know. And from my experience in the Freedom of Information Act, I know so much. And this is so disgusting, this Cold War type of technology. This is absolutely unacceptable for you big corporations, big stock exchanges, fusion centers, to be controlling great empires and to try to take power over human beings and lives and try to persuade, manipulate, or provoke somebody's behavior or to change their decision-making process is the most disgusting thing. And then to try to put surveillance on them at the same time while they're not even able to know that there is someone else taking control of you and your decision-making process, heightening your desires, making you confused, giving you short-term memory loss, giving you a blurry vision, hitting you with so much energy from microwaves, hitting you from energy from lasers, from satellites. It's non-stop. And I rest assured, I promise you, I will get every PII from whoever hit me, whoever put this upon me, and it starts with the government. The government has allowed this funding. The government has put trillions and trillions of dollars into energy. And the government is responsible for regulating that. And to give this and make it competitive to universities, to private sectors, to fusion centers, without knowing who these people even are or what they're capable of, is stupid. And I know we've seen stupid a lot. I'm not perfect. I've done some really stupid things in my lifetime. However, this has got to be one of the most disgusting, most sickest, most stupidest, most dumbest, most horrific crimes known. And targeting human beings and getting an algorithm of their brain, how they pee, how they poop, how they eat, what they buy, how often they use their phone, what they see. They can see what you see. They know what you're going to say before you say it. They can persuade you and change your decision. They can manipulate you in the worst way. And it's quite evidently clear that our own president is having some issues from somebody who has done something to him. And that's my feeling, that's my theory, out of common sense from what I've been through and what I'm going through. So for all of you, especially after my accident, that have come after me and that has specifically targeted me, and they're capable of putting a group and persuading a whole group of people to come after you and getting them to believe anything they want. This is a very, very powerful time. This is the end of times. And if this isn't stopped, and if this isn't recognized immediately, my theory is that we're so sick in this country and our government is so twisted that Russia, China, Australia, United Kingdoms, they're all, Israel, whatever, etc., all their cyber analytics are getting more sophisticated, and they're knowing more about us than we know about us. And this and what you did to me, you will never forget it. And what I do to change this disgusting, sick, horrific, Cold War-like crime that has controlled our country and that is controlling our country and our big empires, our enterprises, our corporations, and these so-called fusion centers and private sectors, you will not get away with what you have done by using human beings as research human projects just to make money and to know how to make money. Rest assured, I anticipate on seeing some very high elected officials to be in front of the Department of Justice stating their testimony and their involvement in signing any kind of energy bills and having what was done to that during whatever fiscal year that was involved in my attacks. I will not give out first and last names to who I do have at this very moment. And I want to let you know real clearly, there is not one thing you can do to get away with manipulating a human being's behavior or decisions. Ever. My channel, what I'm doing, and the reason why I'm doing this will all come out in the wash. And everybody will remember me for what I'm saying. Trust me. And this scandal is going to come out like wildfire. And that's what's going to happen. I assure you. And you guys, anyone who's listening and following me, you're going to find out some really, really sick and disgusting things that our own government has allowed, put up, to do to us, and then not to mention they're so busy with us that we have foreign intelligence and other foreign countries involved in this, which that should be their main mission, and that's where all the funding should be going. There is not one person that will get away with what you have done to me. Justice will be served, and you have no right to have invaded my intellectual property, to have manipulated my decision-making process, or to change my behavior. And if anybody needs any advice on this kind of technology, I'm right here. And I can give you advice. I can help you. And that's what I'm going to do for people. And that's why I'm making this channel, and that's how I'm going to finish off this channel. So, all of you that were involved in this voting, fraud, why don't you come up to the stand and talk about how it was done? And why don't you talk about all the gang stalking that was done and all the human research projects that you made out of while you're up there talking about how someone got elected and what's going on with that person. Would you want this on someone you care about? Would you want this upon you? You guys have no idea what this is capable of and what this has done to my life. Karma is real. And for any of you that have targeted me, that have hurt me, and that have put me in this position, I assure you, the justice will be served, and I will be telling the whole world what happened and what's going on because of what was done to me. Since you have trillions of dollars to put into human research with artificial intelligence. You guys stay tuned. What I'm going to be saying, what I'm going to be talking about is real. Freedom of Information Act is real, as though my experience I'm sharing. And through my experience, I'm sharing what I believe to be 100% nonfiction. So you guys please like, please subscribe, and if you want to learn a few things, and if you want to stay ahead of the game, subscribe. Guys, thank you for listening. Good night.